right now in our town, and it's called Festival Acadien et Creole. It's all about like the Cajun heritage here in South Louisiana. So it's like lots of music and food and all that. I'm not sure if Stacy's going tonight, but that's what's going on in my town. And I did debate whether or not to stay in, but I'm gonna go tomorrow instead. It's like a 3-day festival.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So do you and Stacy?
Yeah, should be nice.
You and Stacy live in the same town?
Right next to each other, so right in the towns right near each other. So she's probably about a 45-minute drive from me, but she comes to work in the city I live in, and so yeah, we see each other often that way.
So you knew each other before?
Yes. We've been knowing each other for about four years or so. Yeah, we've been friends.
Oh, yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, well, I am just going to quickly tell people we're going to get started. Okay, so this is new. I know you guys, neither of you guys, Jessica or Elizabeth, are necessarily brand new. So this would be my sort of coaching call for people that have just signed up and just gone through those first 7 steps. So those videos that we tag you in Team Fit Academy. This is the call that I would do right after that. So some of this might be repetitive for you guys, but it's also really awesome information just to sort of recap and sort of make sure that you're on the right road. And someone else just joined us. I'm not sure who that is, someone on a phone. So welcome. I can't see you or hear you, but I hope you can hear me. And we're just going to get right into this stuff.
Hi.
Hi, who is that? Who just joined us on the phone?
This is. Oh, hi, this is Mickey.
Oh, hey, Mickey. How are you? I'm glad you could come. Awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, great. Okay, so just jump in, you guys, if you have questions, okay? Like, this is not me being the teacher telling you what to do. If you have questions as I'm going, please just jump in. This is, like, really interactive. But I'm going to get going because I don't want to keep you very long on Friday. I'll try to go through these. So I'm just going to mute everybody so you guys can hear me well. But if you need me, just pop on or use the chat box. The chat box at the bottom of the screen. Use that for questions, and I'll keep checking there. Okay? Okay, here we go. Okay, so first off, as a new coach, I want to have you know that I know you're feeling overwhelmed. When you first start this, it is crazy. There is so much information being thrown at you. I'm messaging you, asking you do you want to do this group? And here's a new message thread. And I know how overwhelming it is. And Beachbody's sending you stuff. Like, there's just so much information. I want you to know we all feel the same. I felt exactly the same way when I started. I thought, this is nuts. I cannot believe I've got myself into this. Like, how am I supposed to work and be a mom and try and learn this too? But at the same time, I think it's better to have more information than not enough information. You know, if you need something, you know that it is all there for you. And the most awesome part of being a part of this team is there's someone that you can message and ask a question to. You know, we all truly help each other. So the quicker you get engaging in those message threads that you're in, or on team calls, like joining in on the team calls or posting a question on the team page, the quicker you're going to get to know everybody. And then everyone just helps each other. That's how this team has grown. I haven't been doing this for very long, and I did not know anything when I started. And then I quickly had a coach join me, Darlene, and we sort of figured this out and fumbled our way through it. So don't ever feel uncomfortable about not knowing something and asking a question, because we would have asked the same question. Do not feel like you're silly or you're not looking in the right place. Like, just ask. Don't waste your time trying to figure out answers to questions. Just jump on your message thread and ask. That's what they are there for. This is an amazing culture. The whole business helps each other all the time. Other coaches are posting things on YouTube, and we can freely take that information. So everyone just shares information all the time. So what you need to do as a new coach, the first thing and only thing you have to worry about is starting your business. This is your business. And if nobody knows you're doing it, there's no way your business is open. So my first goal for you is to open your business, or have a grand opening post or a coming out post. How I've built my business is through social media, and I have chosen Facebook. You can choose Instagram, a blog. There's so many different ways that you can do this business. From my personal experience, Facebook seems to be the place to be. There's lots of different places on social media: Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. Like I said, there's new stuff coming out all the time, but it still seems to be Facebook is the hub. Facebook will always trump everything new. Snapchat will come out with something and Facebook will come out with it. Not too, like, if people like it, Facebook will do it, basically. So I do believe Facebook is a great place to have your business. Like the hub of your business. You may venture out into different places, but my advice is to be strong in one place. I've had coaches try and, dabble in here and dabble in there and dabble in there, all these different social media platforms, and all that happens is you get overwhelmed. I've tried it myself and it's almost impossible. So my advice is to pick your place, pick your favorite place. Between Facebook and Instagram is what I would choose, between those two, and stay there and get really good at that place before you start dabbling somewhere else. But what you need to do is you need to pick your place, and then you need to tell people what you're doing. You need to make a grand opening post. Why are you doing this? Why did you decide to become a coach? Why did you decide to start your fitness journey? Share why you are doing this with people on your personal page. My personal preference is to do it on your personal page. That is where all your friends are already. Now, I understand that some people are very uncomfortable about posting and doing anything on your personal page. And I'm okay with that. I totally get that. Because this is your own business, you should not have to do anything that you don't want to do. So if you feel uncomfortable about posting what you're doing on your personal page, my next best solution for you is to open a private group on Facebook. So down on the left-hand side of your newsfeed, you're going to see a little heading that says groups. Click that and it's going to say start a new group, and open up Jessica's Fit Family, or whatever you want to call it. Think of a catchy name. And when you're making your group, make sure it's private. So this is for the person that just feels very uncomfortable sharing in public yet. Eventually, you're going to have to do that. You're going to get that. You'll be okay with that. But at this point, if you're just feeling totally overwhelmed and you do not want to be posting in public, start up a private group and invite all the people, all the friends that you already have that you're comfortable with seeing your stuff. Whatever you decide, either your personal page or a private group, get that grand opening post up and out there. You're not going to go anywhere with anything if people don't know what you're doing. So right now you're probably thinking, what am I supposed to say in a coming out post? Like, what is this supposed to look like? What is this supposed to sound like? I don't know how to write. And that's okay. Neither did I. That's why in the Team Fitnique page, we have the files section. Okay. So you can go to the files section and there is a whole document that I've made of different grand opening posts that people have made on our team. And they're amazing. That's why they're there as examples. So you can see the pictures that they've posted, and then you can read what they've said. Don't copy and paste it, make it your own, but you can take ideas from that and go with it. But that is the first step, that you need to do that right away. The picture can just be a nice picture of you. Make sure you're in that picture. It can be your before and during picture, your before and now picture. It can be a picture of you and your new package if you just got Shakeology for the first time, or you just got your 21-day fix package, whatever. But you should be in the picture, nice, smiling, but you need to make that grand opening post. If you've been a coach for a couple months already, do it again. Do another one. I do grand opening posts all the time. I'm always getting new friends. I'm always getting new followers, and they don't necessarily scroll back in my news feed to see what I've been doing. So I do grand opening posts at least once every couple weeks. I'm always sharing why I'm doing this, why I got into this. I had lost 90 pounds with Beachbody workouts, and I felt like I needed more. I felt like something was missing in my life. And I really had this desire to help other women make their journey easier. Mine was a long, drawn out journey for weight loss. It took me 10 years to lose 90 pounds. I didn't need to take that long if I would have known all the things that I know now. So I want to help women with that. So I post about that all the time. So if you feel like right now I think I already did that, do it again. Do another one. Do one every couple weeks. So now we're getting into social media. Social media is where you're going to run your business. That is where people are going to see you. That is where you're going to meet new people. That's where pretty much everything is going to happen. So you need to get comfortable there. Your social media platform is your reality show. And I know you're probably thinking, no one gives two shits about my life. Like, no one cares. Why would I keep posting about my daughter spilling her milk on the floor and my dog, like I just took my dog and he finally went to the bathroom. Like, you think to yourself, no one wants to hear that stuff. They do. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves a reality show. Why are we all addicted to, what are those reality shows called? I don't watch them, like Big Brother and Survivor and all that stuff. We love it. We love to see that day-to-day stuff. People love it. And that's what we are doing. Hopefully, most of your posts have something to do with a healthy lifestyle. Now, please have caution when I say that. I don't mean that most of your posts talk about Shakeology and talk about the 21-day fix. That's not what I said. I mean that most of your posts show that you're living a healthy lifestyle. That there's some sort of element of positive mindset, healthy eating, balance. So tonight, for example, my post was, it's Friday, it's Friday, glass of red wine with my mom. So that's showing I'm normal. I'm a human being. I'm not at my mom's and everyone's having red wine and I'm having a protein shake. Like, I'm a normal person. People can relate to that. And, tomorrow morning, I'll be doing my workout. So sure, she had wine last night, but she's up with her workout today. So you want to be posting 3 to 5 times. Not all of them have to be anything to do with Beachbody. In fact, one of my posts a day are about Beachbody, but they don't say Beachbody. They may be, the workout that I'm doing or whatever, but the posts are just about you. You want to have people get to know you in your reality show. That's where all the trust is being built. People are watching you and they're trying to see, like, what is she doing? What's going on there? They want to trust you. They want to get to know you. And that's where you do it, on your social media platform. They want to know why you've chosen to do that. They want to know about your struggles. They want to know what's important to you. My suggestion to you is to take a piece of paper and think of 5 things, 5 topics that are important to you. So for me, And when I say important to you, it's not necessarily important, but 5 things that kind of describe you or, that you like. So for me, it's family. I'm a lazy cook. I love wine and coffee. I'm an adoptive mother, and I have a big weight loss transformation. So when I can't think of something to post, or all of my posts kind of revolve around that, if you have 5 things in mind all the time, it's kind of easier to post to your audience. You want to connect with women that are similar to you. So if you're always posting about things that are important to you, you're going to connect to the right person. If you're connecting to people that you're not going to jive with, it's kind of a waste of time because you're not going to jive with them. They're never, ever really going to connect that well with you. They're not going to become your business partner. They're not going to be a coach on your team. It's going to be a waste of time. So you might as well spend most of your time trying to connect with people that get you. All of the people that get me, they don't mind that I swear. They think it's okay. Like, it doesn't offend them. Like, it would be crazy for me to all of a sudden have someone on my team that was offended by the F-bomb because, oh my God, they wouldn't be able to listen to me, right? So, people know that that's me. I think people actually think I swear more than I do. I don't actually swear all the time, but it's kind of a family joke that's kind of been blown out of proportion in my reality TV show. Anyways, the point is you need to find the things that are important to you, things that you might like snowmobiling, you might like scrapbooking, you might like sewing. Like, find those things that are important to you and post about them, because I guarantee you're going to find people that love that too. Like, even if you think no one else is going to get that about me, there will be. That'll be your best business partner, your best challenger. I know that you're probably making posts on your page right now and you're like, oh my gosh, that post was horrible. Like, I don't know how to write. My selfies are awful. This looks terrible compared to everyone else's. If you want to have a good laugh, like when you're bored sometime, go to my like page and scroll back 2.5 years and check out my posts. They were terrible, horrible, awful. You could probably go in my support book group and scroll back like just 1 year and they were horrible. So you learn as you go. We learn from each other. We all share our pages. So my best advice is to just, when I say copy, I don't mean copy and paste, but take a post that you see that really spoke to you, that you thought, gosh, that was awesome. I wish I would have thought of that. And reword it, like make it your own, but take ideas. I honestly do that all the time. I have a page and it has all the top coaches or coaches that just inspire me. And if I'm stuck someday, I go to their page and I scroll through and I'm like, oh, that's such a great post. And I just take that idea and make it my own. I reword it. I just take the general idea and reword it and make it mine. You're going to learn as you go. I promise. I know sometimes it feels overwhelming and like you just don't have anything to say, but all of this comes more natural. Trust me, like 2 years ago, the thought of doing a Zoom call with 3 people made me want to vomit. And now I do them like every night. So, you just like, all this stuff just kind of happens as you get going. As you start posting, this happens to me all the time. As you start posting, you do your grand opening post, no one says anything. No one likes it, no one comments. So you get a little depressed. And then you do another couple posts and you might get a couple likes here and there. And then you do your first post about a challenge group and it's nothing. Nobody does anything. That is so normal. That is honestly so normal. Don't get upset. Don't get depressed about it. Don't quit. Honestly, this is so normal. And the reason it's normal is just imagine for 1 second that you're sitting on Friday night scrolling through Facebook and your best friend all of a sudden posts that she is a coach, a health and wellness coach. and you're like, what is going on? Like, when did she even, for me, I was like this chubby person that lost some weight, but I was a hairdresser. Like, I didn't tell anyone I was doing this. And then all of a sudden I made this post and said I was some sort of coach. What would you really think? You'd be like, oh, wow, she's completely lost her mind now. Like, what is going on? You wouldn't like it. You would think, this is crazy. What is she doing? So that's what people are thinking. They don't know what you're doing yet. Most people that start are still on their journey. So as you keep posting and as you keep sharing every day, people are watching you, and they need to see that you're going to be consistent. Because the reality is, you guys, lots of people, lots of women start these businesses. You know, MLMs, people are selling jewelry and purses and lipstick and free skincare products. Like, there's so many of these things. We are bombarded with them. But the reality is, a very, very small amount of people actually do it long term and actually make it that it's a life-changing thing. So what your friends are doing is they're waiting around to see if you're really going to be consistent with this. So in 3 months, if you're still posting and all of a sudden you're like 10 pounds lighter and you're still drinking that same shake, you know, you're still having a few pictures about Shakeology and you're talking about it and why it's made you feel better and why portioning out your foods has changed everything for you, and maybe your daughter now knows what a protein is. Like, as you keep sharing all of this stuff, they're going to say, well, you know what? She actually is sticking with this. And, you know, look at her. She looks really happy. I wonder what's going on with her. I kind of want to get in on that. I'm going to start engaging. So I promise you that's what happens, but you have to get over the hump. And the hump is frustrating. Those first 3 to 4 months can be frustrating. It feels like you're never, ever going to have anyone join your group. And you feel like people are kind of making fun of you and maybe rolling their eyes at your pictures. And that happens too. I mean, I still think that often. I wonder what people are thinking that haven't really chatted with me about this business. And I'll be honest, my best friend and I, we've barely ever talked about Beachbody. And, you know, I've done pretty well. And she's definitely seen my posts. It's not that she hasn't seen them, but we still don't talk about it. So whether she just is, she could be jealous. She could think I'm a crazy person. Like, I have no idea, but it's not something that we've engaged in conversation with. So there are going to be those people, but if you really want to do this, you just have to believe in yourself and believe in the products. If you 100% believe that this can change your life and you can help change other people's lives, those other things aren't going to matter. Just stick with it. Keep sharing every day, not in a salesy way. We are not salespeople. We do not need to talk about the 21-day fix. Okay? We don't need to bombard people with 21-day fix information. We don't really need to bombard them with pictures of our Shakeology cup either. They get all of that information from Beachbody. Beachbody is our business partner. Beachbody does an awesome job at advertising all of our products. They spend millions of dollars advertising our products. We don't need to. What you need to do is sell yourself. People need to trust you because they want a cheerleader. They know they can get the 21-day fix. That's no problem. They know how to do that. They need someone to support them and keep them accountable. So that's why you need to engage with them and be their cheerleader. That's sort of the job that you're applying for as you are posting on social media. You want to be people's motivation. That's what you're doing every single day. So keep posting, keep at it. Don't even worry about people liking or not liking your stuff. They will. They're just watching you, and eventually they will be messaging you, or when you message them, they're going to be like, you know what, I have been watching and I am interested in this, and you're really doing well. I've been watching you for a few months and I'm glad you messaged me. So keep posting. Like, consistency in this business is like so important. I say this all the time, but I have never ever missed a day of posting on social media. Facebook runs really fast. Facebook is a fast world. And if you miss a couple days, people will notice and they will stop following you. People want consistency. They want to see you all the time. You need to be doing it every single day. So the next thing that kind of goes along with posting is selfies. And selfies are kind of tough. You know, we all make fun of selfies, like, oh, there she goes taking another selfie. But it takes a little bit of talent to have a good selfie. So my biggest tip is to go on YouTube. And this may seem crazy, but I want you to YouTube how to take the perfect selfie and watch a couple videos, because there is an art to it. You need to figure out the angle that's the best for you. And the most important is your lighting. You absolutely need to be in the right light. And the right light is with light in front of you, not behind you. So if you want to take an awesome selfie and where your skin looks clear and you look bright and beautiful, go stand in front of a window and take the picture. The light needs to be coming at you, not from behind you. That is the biggest tip that I can give you. But you need to practice. Like if you're taking a picture from down here, you do not look like you've been doing the 21-day fix, let me tell you. But, you know, we all have this really good angle. If it's too high, it's going to look silly. But, you know, I have one side that is way better than another. And if I take a selfie in front of my mirror, if I'm like full on, well, sometimes I look kind of like you want to go to the side. There's so many great tips that you can learn. I don't have time to get into them. Go to YouTube and YouTube it and practice. And a good selfie goes a long way. Your picture is what's going to attract people, not your words. You can write all day long the most amazing text ever, and people will not read it unless there's a really awesome selfie to go with it. You know, I had something happen to me today. I took a picture on my phone and then somehow I got it onto my computer, but it didn't go right. Like it went to this little picture and it was really grainy and I didn't notice it before I posted it. So I came to it about an hour later on my like page and there was only like 50 views on this post that I'd done, which is very abnormal. I usually pretty quickly have about 500 views and I was like, what? That was such a good post. Like, what's going on here? Well, then I noticed the picture. It was little and it was grainy, and that's why no one had clicked on it. Like, no one wanted to look at that because of the picture. So the picture matters. I always filter my pictures. Like, I don't do anything wild and crazy, but a filter goes a long way. It can really like smooth out your complexion if it's one of those close-ups, or it can just put a nice soft finish. The ones that I use, oh my God, it just left me what I usually use. Oh, Beautify. I love Beautify because let's be honest, I'm like 41 and I do have wrinkles. And for some reason, every time I take a certain angle, I always have all these wrinkles up here. So that kind of just smooths everything out. Lots of times we're taking pictures after a workout, right? So we look really red and really blotchy and really not nice. We don't have makeup on. So I don't necessarily want to look like I have makeup on, but I might want to look a little bit nicer. So I love Beautify for that. Just be careful. You can over beautify yourself. You can over smooth yourself. Like you just want a tiny, tiny little bit. And I love, 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 love the filters that Beautify gives you. Beautify might have cost like a couple bucks. I don't know, but it's worth it. Like this is a business expense. This is your business. You may have to invest a tiny little bit of money. And my next favorite is WordSwag. WordSwag is a so simple app. If you see so Beautify is a separate app. Yeah, Beautify. I think that's what it's called, Beautify. Let me check here. Oh, you know what? They changed the name. It's called Beauty Plus. But I don't know if you can see that. No, No. I'll take a screenshot of it and throw it in the thread. But it's called Beauty Plus now. And then my next one that I love is Word Swag. So if you see my pictures, they have all the writing on it. That's what I use, is Word Swag all the time. Love Word Swag. It's so easy. You can put a quote on your picture. They even have quotes like ready-made for you. And actually, that is one of my tips. Like if I am not like feeling very creative or I can't think of anything to say or whatever, I will go to Word Swag, and what you do is you just pull up the app and just pick a background, like whatever. You can pick whatever you want, and then you can click on the text, and they have like a whole bunch of quotes that you can they're ready-made quotes. So I'll just kind of flip through them until I find something that kind of speaks to me, and I'll just write about that. So it's an easy way to get a very easy post. Like it'll be a motivational post, but I do that all the time. Lots of times my early morning posts, that's what it is. I've found a quote on Word Swag, and I've used that. And my next one that I use all the time, you guys will see me use this a lot because I use it for all the new coach posts that I do. I use Ronna Designs, so RHONNA. You do have to be a little creative to use Ronna. So just so you know that. I really am sort of a creative being. I love doing that. So I use that one a lot, Ronna Designs. And another one I use is Pick, Play, Post. So that's when you want to, Jessica, everyone wants to be with you. Pick, play, post. So pick, play, post is fun because you can kind of have an image and a video. So you can make really cool videos with pick, play, post. If you're going to do a video of cooking or a video of your workout or whatever. So those are just some interesting things that you can use for selfies and for filters and for quotes and stuff like that. Okay, so what we need to have something to invite to, right? Like you've started your business, people are starting to see you post and they know that you're doing this, and now what, right? Like now you have to have something to invite them to. So my suggestion for all of my new coaches, now Elizabeth, you and Stacy will probably do something together, or we've done a free group together. So we're doing that, right? Is that right now? The Shakeology, right? No. What did we do together? Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I always open up my challenge groups that my coaches can run them with me for a few months. And then I let you fly the coop. Like it's time to open up your own groups. But for the first couple months, I love having you guys join me. So all you're responsible for is getting a few challengers, and I will be responsible for all the posts and all that stuff. But all you need to be is like the most amazing challenger you can ever be, posting your pictures and your meals and supporting everybody in the group. So my month runs the same every month. I do a free group the first week. I do a paid challenge in the middle of the month. The reason for that is I feel a free group at the beginning of the month will generate people into my challenge. So people will like my free group. They'll like my support. They really like the atmosphere of having other women reaching goals at the same time. So then it just seems very natural for them to start doing a challenge with me. If you've done a free group with me before, you notice I talk about the challenge. I talk about that there's a challenge coming up. I talk about how you can keep up this momentum. You're feeling good even in 5 days. Let's keep this going. I talk about that a lot. But there has to be a lot of behind the scenes stuff happening. You have to be messaging these people. When I have a free group, I message them the night before we start. Well, like I message them at the beginning, getting to know them and learning about their goals and asking them questions before I put them into the free group. So I get to know them. The night before the free group, I message them Are you ready? Are you excited? I hope you have the meal plan. I hope you prepped, just another like, okay, let's go. And I mean, sometimes guys, I have like 80 people in my free groups. So it takes some work. Like it takes some dedication to do this, but it's worth it in the end. So then they get in the group, and about Tuesday, I'll message them again. How are you doing? Are you liking the group? Are you okay? Like don't worry if you got off track, like all that kind of stuff. And lots of times people don't message me back, and that's okay. I just know that I've kind of kept up with them and I've supported them. Always, always, always in my free group around the second last day, I post about a challenge group. I post that there's a paid challenge coming up. And then the next day I will message them again and just say, hey, did you happen to see my post last night? I would love to keep working with you. Do you have any interest in hearing more about my challenge group that I have starting in a couple weeks? So that is my system all the time. It never, ever changes. And then my challenge group starts a couple weeks later. And usually I will get a few people from my free group. Not all of them, definitely not. But you know what? Everyone ends up being a challenger or a coach eventually. Like I honestly feel like that. Most of the time, when people say no, it doesn't mean no. It just means, you know what? I'm not ready right now. I don't know enough information about you yet. But you never ever cross them off your list. Like you never ever stop talking to them, because eventually it really does, pan out. They either connect with you or you connect with them again, just saying, hey, a couple months ago you were in one of my free groups. How are you doing? I just thought I'd check in with you again. That's why it's so important to be writing everyone's name down. So every single person that you're talking to, just write their name down. So my system is every single day I have a notebook and I write the date on the top, like Friday, October 14th, and I write down every single person's name that I've talked to today. And I will usually put a little tiny note beside it. Wants to lose weight, talked about 21-day fix, would like to coach. Like random stuff that'll just trigger my mind. And I have like books and books and books filled with names. So I can always go back and touch base with them and connect with them. Okay, so it's really, really important to just keep connecting with people every single day. That's how you're going to have people to join you, because it's not about people answering your ads or saying I'm in on a post. It's really about messaging people and keeping up with these connections. So the initial connection might be someone liking your post. And as soon as they like your post, you're going to go and you're going to message them and just say, hey, thank you so much for liking my post. It was tough to put myself out there in my grand opening post, and that really meant a lot to me that you liked it. So now you haven't talked about selling anything, you haven't talked about anything like that, but you've made that initial connection. You write down her name, and then you'll possibly have a conversation. Like she'll probably come back and say, oh my God, that was so inspiring. I didn't realize you were doing that. And you'll start talking about it. Or maybe she'll come back, like who knows what'll happen, but it's an initial connection with a person. Write her name down and keep connecting with her, keep talking to her. If you have opened up your group, like if you have a support group open, then go add her to your support group and keep chatting with her in there. Or if you're going to use your personal page, most likely, if she's liked your first post, she's going to continue liking the stuff that you post. So every couple weeks, connect with her. I always go back in my books, in my lists of people, and I just go back and I don't say anything magical. All I say is, hey, Jessica, how are you? Like we're just human beings. We're not like saying anything weird. I find so much people are normal and they just talk about normal stuff, and then they become a coach and they become weird. It's like they don't know how to talk anymore. Don't become weird. Just be you. Just be normal. Just ask, how are you? How are you doing? what are your goals? Like, it's very simple questions. It's nothing crazy. I think Jessica is laughing because we just had this conversation. And it was, Jessica, I did the exact same thing with Amy. Like, I remember messaging her saying, oh my God, okay, what do I say now? I don't know what to say. And she said what I said to you, like, well, have you said, how are you yet? So just don't overthink it. I think we overthink it because we're so afraid we're going to wreck it, right? We're going to say something wrong and turn people off. It's totally about fear. And I still get that some days. But if you kind of like take a deep breath and just like, okay, just be real. How are you? Where are you from? You know, like, what do you do? Like, just those normal questions. And then conversation just starts to flow. So I guess back to my original, when we're talking about challenges, I want you guys to know that as new coaches, you are able to join my group. So my goal for you guys is to get a couple challengers, you know, to start getting into that habit of getting some challengers. My goal for my new coaches is always to have their Shakeology paid for. So what you need to do to have your Shakeology paid for is to get 3 challengers a month. Okay, so you need to help 3 people start their fitness journey a month, and then your Shakeology is paid for. And you can do that. That really, you know, that's not, if you're reaching out to people every single day, and if you're connecting with people every day consistently, you should be able to do that. You know, I know that it might seem tough, but I think if you really ask yourself, okay, if I really, you know, make it a goal to talk to 10 new people a day, 5 new people a day, I should be able to do that in 1 month. You know, I should be able to find some people. Ask people. This message I used all the time at the beginning. Hey, Sally, you know, how are you? I just saw you in my newsfeed, and I would have, like, I wasn't lying. I would have seen her in my newsfeed. Your daughter, I can't believe how big your daughter's getting. This is crazy. It feels like we were just in high school. I don't know if you've seen, but I started this new thing. I'm doing this Beachbody thing. I'm sure you've seen all my posts about health and fitness. Ha, ha, ha. How could you miss them? That's my way. I always make fun of myself a little bit. And then I would say, you know, so many people. I'm starting this new challenge group, and I'm looking for some people to join me to keep me accountable. I know that you know so many people in the area. I wondered if you knew anyone that might want to join me. Okay. So I did not message her and say, Sally, you need to join my challenge group. Like, I saw that picture of you and you need to join me. I didn't say anything like that. I wasn't being rude to her, but I was asking her if she knew anyone that might like to join me. What often happened was Sally said, well, wait a second, what about me? Can I join you? So I didn't offend her in any way. I didn't suggest that she needed to go on the 21-day fix or needed any sort of health and fitness journey. Like, I didn't say anything like that. I was just kind of asking her for a favor. And lots of times people would say, yeah, I've seen your post. That's great. It looks like you're doing something different. I don't think I know anyone, but if I do, I'll let you know. Like, lots of times that's what the message was back. But first of all, I connected with them. So now they're starting to think, oh, okay, so she's doing that. You know, lots of times that ended up working out eventually. Or they did know someone, or they said, well, I'll do it with you. Like, what is it? Can you tell me more about it? So that was a message that I did use a lot in the beginning. Something to that effect. But lots of times now I'm just like, because people know what I'm doing, right? I've been out there for enough time. Lots of times I'm just like, hey, what's up? I just saw your picture on my feed. How are things? And it's that simple. Like, it is that simple to connect with 10 people a day. Just, hey, how are you? What's new? I haven't seen you since high school. Do you still live in Vancouver? You can find out a lot about people on their profiles to ask a couple questions. You know, you don't even have to be friends with them to see where they live and see their cover picture. I can tell really pretty quickly by looking at a cover photo if I want to talk to someone. Like if they have swords and shit going on their cover photo, I probably don't want to talk to them, right? Like I just pass by those people. But you can see, for me, I often look for a picture of a person with some kids, you know, a little girl, like, oh, wow. If they have like a little girl between 4 and 10, I am on that because that's me right now, right? So that's go through your friends on Facebook and just connect with them. Hey, how are you? What's going on? A little trick is once you connect with them on Facebook, they're going to see your stuff. So Facebook is funny. Like Facebook controls who sees your posts. Don't ever think that everyone is seeing your posts. Like I know lots of people will get scared and say, oh my God, I don't want to bombard them with all these posts. Like they're going to get so sick of me. I promise you, they're not. They are not going to see all your posts. People have to pretty much be on Facebook 24/7 to see everything. Facebook moves so quickly. Like unless you're like my mom who literally like scrolls back on her iPad for hours so she can see everybody's stuff. Most people in our generation are not doing that, right? Like they're quick on and off. If you happen to post when they're on, they'll see it. Or if they really like literally go to your page. But do you do that ever? Like ever, really? Hardly ever, right? So don't worry about bombarding people. 3 to 5 posts a day is what you need to do so enough people will see you. But again, they don't have to be Beachbody 3 to 5. Just post. Like today, most of my posts on my page had nothing to do with Beachbody. It was, you know, something about Delaney and walking. Oh yeah, I was late picking up her at school and just my normal day-to-day stuff. Okay, so that's enough about the challenge. That, you know, my challenge will start October 24th. So I would love, 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 love for you guys to have some challengers to join me. But my next free challenge, if you're more comfortable inviting to a free challenge, which is totally fine, I'm going to start November 1st, my next free challenge, and it's going to be a sugar detox. So hello, day after Halloween, who doesn't want a sugar detox? So I'll talk about that in our message thread a little bit more, but that will be my free 5-day challenge starting November 1st. So if that's a little bit more enticing for you to invite to, because it's free, like everybody wants free, like that is not hard to invite to. If that's going to make you more comfortable, we can do that. But if you want to get your That Shakeology paid for, you know, start chatting with people about what you're doing. Start posting on social media a little bit more consistently, and it will start to generate. Oh yeah. So I do want to talk a little bit about Emerald Coach and the Success Club Starter Incentive. So Jessica, unfortunately, Success Club Starter is not going to work for you because you have been a coach for a while. And some people do that, right? Like some people start coaching and they're not really ready to coach. They really just wanted the discount and, you know, they work their way into this. And that is fine. Like that's how I started. So don't feel bad about that. But if you have just become a coach in the last month, you still have a chance to get into the Success Club Starter Incentive Program. So Success Club is a benchmark for our business. So every time you sell a challenge pack, which is a bundled, discounted package that Beachbody puts together, you'll get a program. So let's just take the 21-day fix, for example. You'll get the 21-day fix program. You'll get 30 days worth of Shakeology. You'll get 30 days free of our streaming service. Normally you'll get a spot in a challenge group. All of that bundled for $140. So that's an amazing price because Shakeology itself is $129. So you're basically getting your program for about $10. So you're getting like a $60 program for about $10 when you buy a challenge pack. So it's kind of a no-brainer. If someone wants to buy Shakeology, I always in my message say to them, like, this kind of makes more sense, but you know, do what you need to do. So when you sell a challenge pack, you will get 2 points. Every month, our goal is to be at Success Club 5. So that means you could sell 6 challenge packs, or you could sell 5 orders of Shakeology that are on Home Direct. So Shakeology on Home Direct is worth 1 point. So your goal, the reason the goal, Success Club 5, first of all, your Shakeology is going to be paid for. Once you hit Success Club 5, we know, hurrah, you don't have to pay for a Shakeology. I mean, you have to pay for it, but you're going to make the commission back to cover it. And that's always my goal for my coaches, is to just never have to pay for Shakeology again. But the other reason is when you start hitting Success Club, you start getting a lot more incentives and prizes and notoriety from Beachbody. All the free trips that you see us talking about, or earned trips, I shouldn't say free because they are earned, you've earned them. They are all sort of established through Success Club. The people that hit Success Club are rewarded by Beachbody. Bottom line. That is the benchmark that tells you you're moving your business forward. Because if you're hitting Success Club, it's just natural that some of those people are going to want to join your team. And building a team is really what, if you have big goals for this business, if you would really like it to be life-changing, and I'm not saying it has to be that for you at all. You can be like a hobby coach that just kind of wants to help a few friends a month and get their Shakeology paid for, and that's totally cool. Like, that would be the type of coach that sells a couple challenge packs a month and is good with that. Like, maybe you want to make $200 extra to have your groceries paid for or something, or take your family on a trip. Then make it your goal to sell 4 to 5 challenge packs, and you should make that goal. But if your goal is bigger, like you want to sort of make a little bit more money and make a living and a life change, you want to be sure that you're hitting Success Club consistently, and then asking those people that show some of the characteristics of coaches to join you. Because honestly, this business is contagious. Once you're in a challenge group and you start all of a sudden, you never thought you'd take a selfie in your whole life, and you're posting selfies. Like, it really is contagious, the whole atmosphere and the feel and the positivity. As soon as you see someone in your challenge group doing that, they're like the perfect person to join you. You know, they're loving it just as much as you are, and they're going to want to join you. They just are. Like, there's really nothing better than helping other people hit goals. Whether that is a health and fitness goal, at the beginning for me, it was all about seeing people hit health and fitness goals. I mean, there was nothing better than getting a message from someone saying, you helped me. Because of you, I lost 10 pounds. Because of all your posts that I read every day, I kept doing it when I didn't want to. At first, that was everything to me. Now, when I have a coach on my team message me and say, I get to quit my job next month because of this, or I got to buy my little girl the bike she wanted. Like, honestly, there is nothing like that. To think that you've helped someone change the course of their life, their whole family's life. It's amazing. And it is very possible with this. Very, very possible. But it does take consistency, and it does take going out of your comfort zone a little bit. So Success Club is sort of that benchmark. And we always need to have a goal, right? Like, if you don't have a goal in front of you, you're kind of off in Never Never Land, and you don't really know what you're going for. So that's why they have that for us. So you hear everybody talking about Success Club. Everyone wants to hit Success Club every month. Success Club 5, big deal. Success Club 10, even bigger. And the biggest way that Beachbody rewards you if you've hit Success Club and you've become an Emerald coach. So you do need that piece as well. And that's the first rank as a coach. I'm not going to get too much into ranks tonight because I don't want to confuse you and overwhelm you even more. But an Emerald coach, all it means is having 2 coaches underneath you. And they do not need to be coaches. Like, coaches. My two coaches for a very long time were my husband and my cousin. And my husband, just because I didn't even tell him I made him a coach, I just took his social insurance number and made him a coach and ordered him some Shakeology and a challenge pack because I wanted that coach. And my cousin loved Shakeology and she wanted the discount. So I quickly became an Emerald coach. So when there's no reason, if you really want to get there, that you can't be an Emerald coach in like a week. I mean, it's not that hard. Like, sign up your husband and then sister, friend, mom, ask them to do you a favor, like whatever. It isn't hard if you want it. You don't have to. No one has to do anything, but it's not hard to get there. Once you are an Emerald coach and you've hit Success Club 5, Beachbody is now going to give you free customers. And that's the coolest thing ever. As you probably all know, there's a website called beachbody.com. Anyone been there? That is not us. We are not beachbody.com. We are teambeachbody.com. So there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that order DVDs off of beachbody.com every day. They normally ask for a coach because that is suggested when they buy a program. Would you like a coach? And most people check yes. So those customers come to us. They are directed automatically to teambeachbody.com. And if you are an Emerald coach and if you have hit Success Club 5, the next month you will have free customers' information show up in your online office. So all of a sudden you'll look in your little information box and it'll say new customers, and you'll click it and you are going to message me and say, who is Emily Loft? I did not sell anything to Emily Loft. I don't know Emily Loft. And I will say to you, well, that's your free customer. And some months you're going to have 10 of those. So now you see that this woman ordered the 21-day fix. You have her email address. You have her phone number. You can text her. You can call her. She wants you. She wanted a coach. She asked for it. So it is your job to now go reach out to her. And honestly, lots of my free customers have gone on to buy challenge packs. So I'll get Success Club points and then the commission. They've gone on to become coaches. You know, it's amazing. What's even better, if you're an Emerald coach and you get Success Club 10, you're going to get the commissions from these free customers. So not only are you going to get all the information, but this person will have bought a challenge pack worth $250 or whatever. Say they bought the hammer and chisel challenge pack that I think is $210 Canadian. You will get all that commission and you did not have to do one thing for it. Zero, zilch, nothing. And you got that commission. And that happens to me all the time. I think there was one month I had about $400 worth of commission that I did not have to do a thing for. So it really is, you know, it's worth your while to get to Emerald as quick as you can and to be trying everything to get to that Success Club number. There's nothing like Beachbody rewards people that work hard. There's no question. The trips I've gone on, the prizes, every time you hit Success Club 5, there's some prize every month. Like this month, I just got a notification there's some yoga Beachbody mat coming because I hit Success Club. This sweater I'm wearing, like I have so many sweaters, I will never be cold. I never need to shop at Lululemon ever again. I can tell you that. My husband pulls me away from that store because I do not need any more workout gear because they send you hats and headbands and, oh my God, personal development books. They reward you with fun things all the time if you're hitting those goals. So it's a really important benchmark to set for yourself. Okay, let's talk to death about that. My goodness. Yeah, I think that's about it. I wanted to kind of go through. The only other thing I wanted to quickly go through is all the groups. I know all the groups can get so confusing that we add you to, and I'm so sorry about that. So I just kind of want to go through that quick. So Team Fitnique, just those two words, Team Fitnique, is the group page that I started at the very beginning of my journey. And I think it now has about 360 people in it or something. And that is the group where everyone is in. So discount coaches get added in there, working coaches get added in there, everybody. So it's not a place where I want a whole bunch of business information. I really want it to be light and fun and supportive. I feel really passionate about supporting our VIP members. So people that have just signed up for the discount for Shakeology, and that is A-OK. You can sign up people as a coach. I always use the verbiage VIP member, because if I wanted a discount on Shakeology and nothing else, I don't want to be called a coach. Like that freaks me out, and I'm probably going to say no thank you. But if you word it a different way, you know what? I see that you're loving Shakeology. You can get 25% off. You know, if you're going to make this a commitment to your lifestyle, you can sign up as a VIP member. You'll get 25% off. Plus, you'll get a little bit more support from my awesome team. I always say that. And that's why on our team page, I try to add recipes and get people talking about more sort of fitness, health related stuff than business stuff. And then we have the Team Fitnique Academy, which all of my training is. So all the training that I've created with Megan and with all our leaders is there. So not a lot changes in the Team Fitnique Academy, but there is so much information there. If you do anything after this call, go into that page and really go through everything. You know, there's documents in the files section. There's videos to watch. There's links to really awesome YouTube videos. You, honestly, to be a successful coach, you do not need me. All you need is YouTube. You can learn everything about this business on YouTube. And I know that because that's what I did. I didn't necessarily have the information that you guys are getting. You know, we have a lot of support on our team, a lot of scripts, files filled. Like if you want to do a Shakeology post tomorrow on your page, go to the files section in our pages, and there's thousands of them. You know, you don't even have to hardly do anything. Like I didn't have necessarily all that stuff. All of these things are there for you. We want to make this as easy as possible, but you have to be a little proactive. You have to be a little, a self-learner. It's all there. We've placed it all there for you. You just have to find it. So the files section in all the groups are amazing. There's free group information. There's so many things. Go take a little bit of time and look through that. The other team page that you might hear a little bit about is called Team Rise Up or True. And that's a humongous page. It's got about 1,500 coaches on it. And that's my upline. So that's my coaches page. So they support us as well. I'm really, really close with Amy and Brian. And we do a lot of stuff together. You probably have seen the 10-day Rock the Basics. We do that together. That's a training that you can take part in. So we're there together. They're supporting us. If I have a question, or if you have a question and you ask me and I don't know, I go to them. So, you know, when you're asking me questions, know that I'm doing the same thing. Like I'm getting information from them all the time too. And of course, we're all in different chat threads together. That's where you need to be asking those questions. Sometimes I'm not able to answer you right away, but our team is so supportive. If you have a question, ask on those chat threads, and I promise you someone is there. There are coaches that are there to help you, and that's what we do. We just help each other. We are not in this by ourselves. We are not. We want each other to be successful. The one thing about this is it isn't me at the top of the hierarchy, just, collecting everything from all you people working. We all work together. If we aren't all successful, our team won't be successful. So it's in all of our best interests to help each other. I'm not going to get into this right now. It's called Team Cycle Bonus, but you literally do benefit financially from your teammates. Everything that your teammates do that are sort of underneath you reflects up to you. Very hard to understand. When you have time, YouTube Team Cycle Bonus and watch a couple videos on it. I have lots of videos on it on my YouTube channel. But basically, we work as a team, and you do benefit from the other coaches on our team. If we are all successful, we will all be successful financially as well. So Team Cycle Bonus is a pretty amazing thing. It 2 years ago when I first started, my check was definitely retail based. So my commissions, the weekly check that I got was all retail commission. So say I made $500. So say I sold 8 challenge packs in a week. That would be amazing. Say I sold 8 challenge packs in a week and my check was like $600. Now, and Team Cycle Bonus didn't happen because I didn't have a team, right? Like that was null and void. Now that I have a team, I have all these people sort of working towards their goals. We're running groups together. We're teaching each other, helping each other. My check is now primarily made up out of Team Cycle Bonus. So it's oftentimes it is quadruple that number I just said. So that is how you grow, and financially things can really get rolling. Once you get a team underneath you, and my team, because if I'm your upline, and Elizabeth Stacy's part of my team. So we're all just interconnected. As we all work together, we will all be more successful. So I guess that's the point of it, is there's no one on their own. We're all here to help each other. It's one of the coolest things, because I feel like in my life, women can be really mean to each other. Like women can be not helpful, and spiteful and jealous and not helping. And I have never felt that, to be in this network where it's primarily women and we're basically all doing the same thing, trying to have people join us and get healthy. So we kind of are competing against each other if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of it, and no one ever treats each other like that. If I could message Bonnie Engel right now, and I pretty much 95% guarantee she would message me back. It just seems to be a very giving atmosphere, which is something that I did not have in my life before, and find it pretty inspiring. So make sure that you can always ask questions and not feel uncomfortable. Okay, last little bit and then I'm done. National Wake Up Call every Monday. It's at a terrible time, like 11 my time in the morning. So whatever for you guys. I don't know what time that is for you guys. So don't worry about being on it live, but get yourself on the phone. It's a podcast. Download the podcast app on your phone, or there's something for Androids, and get the Team Beachbody podcast. And you can listen to the National Wake Up Call later at a better time. I always listen to it on my way to work. It's only 30 minutes. It's very quick, but it will teach you so much. Every single week, it should be a non-negotiable. Honestly, you will learn so much from that call. The cool thing about the podcast is you can download all the National Wake Up Calls from the start of time. And that is what I did. I downloaded every single one and probably listened to them 2 or 3 times. I made it my job to know about everything in this business. I just kept listening to them. That, I no longer watch TV or radio or anything like that. I just listened to those national wake-up calls so I could learn as much as possible. And there was just always so much amazing information. I came away from them feeling more confident about the business. I knew what to say to people. Like, you can learn something every single day. As I said before, YouTube is your best friend. I am on YouTube every day. When I do my hair and my makeup, I watch a YouTube video about Beachbody every day. I haven't stopped 2.5 years. That's what I do. Google, you can pretty much find your answer by Googling most of the time. And in your Coach Online office, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, in the smallest print you could ever see, it's something that says FAQ. I don't know why it's so small, because it's a really big deal and you should go find it. Because every answer is there as well. If you need to know, like, you might have a customer say, is there dairy in Shakeology? And you don't feel like bugging all of us about it, just go to the FAQ. Is there dairy in Shakeology? Or Google it. Like, you can find these answers really easily. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to talk about is our new coach training. So Megan and I have put together new coach training. It's a separate page on Facebook. And if you want to be added to it, message me, okay? It is literally the exact steps Megan and I have taken to have a successful business. We literally give you scripts. We give you exactly what we have done. Exactly. So if you would like to be added to the new coach training page, message me tonight or tomorrow, whenever, and I will add you to it. And it's kind of self-run. You can just go through the post yourself. And we share everything in there. So let me know. And that's it. I think that's all I had. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to unmute everybody, I think. Okay. I am open for any questions. I've just totally overwhelmed you and you don't know what to say.
No, it was all really helpful.
Yeah? Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, digest all that stuff. And I'm always just a message away. So you can always message me with any questions or concerns. I hope that you know that. Like, every message I usually get from people is, oh, I'm sorry to bug you. Well, it's my job. Okay. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want you to be reaching out to me if you needed something. So you will never, ever be bugging me. The only time I will not answer is if I'm sleeping. And if that might happen. Wow. Okay. It's 10 o'clock here.
Are you done?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye. See you later.